position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Brady now on first down. And down he goes. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. In early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's done. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
23 yards on the play.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him.
Touchdown, Vikings! Calvin Johnson, 49 yards. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
On first down, Brady. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Brady to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Terry McLaurin. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone. And they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And Bolden brings it in, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Prescott off play action. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance.
And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball in the 3-yard line. 2015, to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Open man Lamb, it's complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Brady again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brady going to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll be a second.
Collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Brady.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Brady now to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. One final try now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action now, Prescott. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive.
They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers. So that's Kenny Pickett.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickett.
Powers through it. 7 yards there and a first down.
Pickett to throw on first down.
Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. 6-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Back to throw, Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
On the screen, it's Bettis. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 8. Pickett back to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now Pickett.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zach Gentry, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Gets this one to Hill.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Pickett.
That one complete to Bettis.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
York able to send this one through.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game moving a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Down to the 25. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, it's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. Big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They hand this one to Gronk. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain then that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
It's complete, he's got Gronk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 8 yards out.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 5. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 5. A minute 38 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Prescott That's complete ETN out of the backfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none